I have no plan. Um, oh, what is that? I don't even know why that's on here. First message with new copy. I don't know why I wrote that down. Anyway,
What does it say?
it just says first message with new copy. 06/28/22. What did I do on the 28th?
Yeah, because you were supposed to post. I think we had written something that you were
Oh,
going to
right.
post, right?
Right.
And yeah, so
Okay. Yeah. So I got that in there, which I need to do more with, I'm sure.
mhm.
And then I created the Canva, which I've tweaked again. And now I'm like, I'm not sure if I like the name, but what does it really matter? I don't know. So I'm just kind of like, and then I have gone through all of the things on your, whatever that's called, the smart thing.
Ask. Mhm.
All the tasks. I've read through all of them and I commented on the ones I was supposed to. I think that's all I was supposed to.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't know if they were what you were looking for or not. So
Okay. Okay. So we'll look through that. We'll look through that together. All right. So now the one major thing that I wanted us to deal with today is the goal that you have in your business. But before we jump into that, I want to mention something to you that you see as business owners, you just mentioned something earlier on that, people don't take you seriously, especially family members would not take you seriously. And the question that you have to ask yourself, and the question or the thing that you have to allow to sink in very well, is taking yourself seriously.
most days I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a big deal, and actually and that's why last week we were looking at the leader's persona, because if you open a store, okay, if you open a store and you start selling, I don't know, you have a dollar store or a Winners shop, and whatever it is that you open. Now, the actual fact of going to rent a space and buying things in there, and all of the things that you do, maybe hiring an assistant, and all of that comes with money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, then you decide the day that you're going to open the store, to the public. Before that, you start to do some internal work, back end work, painting, installing the shelves, putting, all sorts of things that come into doing business. Okay. But the process of doing that, what it does for you is it turns you into the lady that decided, yeah, maybe I will, okay, into, I've got this. I don't have a choice now, right? I have to do this. I've put all this money, okay? And what it does for you is it makes you begin to believe in yourself that I've done this, I can do, Now, that's in brick and mortar. When you're doing online, is very different.
Yes, it is.
Meanwhile, sometimes you spend a little bit more than you would have if you had, a store, brick and mortar store, or, and then some other times you actually make a lot, you have the potential to make a lot more in the brick and mortar. I mean, in the online space compared to the brick and mortar. A lot of people would go in and buy franchise and different things like that, and you set it up and you pay hundreds, like tens of thousands, okay, to start this franchise. And then you start, and sometimes you, because of the overhead, right, employees, utilities, and all the bills, right, before you actually break even, we're talking years. Okay. So
Right.
that's how it is. Now, in our world, in our own case, it's much different, in that once you get it, okay, once you start, there's also still all the things that you need to put in and different things, you buy this, you do this, you hire this, you do, but the difference between that and this is even after you're doing all of that, you're still like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. That's where I am right now.
Okay. So now what I want to give you the grace for and the space for is to do it messy, to do it not knowing. Okay. Yeah. Because the truth, I'm going to come back to the truth, which is, you know what to do. Okay. But I'm going to start with, even if you don't know what to do, you're going to be fine. You've done many things before.
Okay.
You had twins, two boys.
I have not written anything for tomorrow. I've been focused on this. So tomorrow,
Don't worry about it.
I don't know what's going to look like, but
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, because the truth is, Trisha, you actually know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. The confusion comes because there's all these other things that, and then sometimes you don't have the time to actually sit down and listen and actually listen deep down and hear from deep within you that knows very well what they're doing. Okay. Yeah. And that's why I was asking you for this event that you're planning for next week, what exactly is it that you would love to achieve? I'd like to hear the personal side, the financial side, and I would like to hear your journey. Okay, what would you want to add in this journey?
Well, the financial side, I'd like to sign at least 2 people before the
Very
end of
good.
the month.
Very good. I love that. Very good. Good clients. What product? Which of your products are you selling?
Well, it would be great to sell the Simplicity, the big one. But what I'm planning on doing at the end of the 3 days is offering my $97 offer for 50% off for the participants.
Okay.
So if I can sell a couple of those, at least it'd give me the boost I need.
I love that. Yeah. So the truth of the matter, and I'm sure you've heard this said before, that selling the $97 thing and selling the $9,700 thing is the same thing. Okay. Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think it's the same because you're selling it. I don't know that it's the same to the person who's buying it. So finding the right people for the right package is like that's the piece. That's the challenge. I have itchy nose. Sorry, excuse me.
I remember this. There was this particular day I was live and my nose was itchy. Like it was so bad. Like I was trying not to pay attention to it. It's just like, after a while I was just like, you know what, guys, my nose.
I have to.
I really, really have to.
It's like when a sneeze kind of sneaks in there while you're trying to talk and you're going.
It was so bad. Yeah. So for sure, people are at different levels. However, the truth of the matter is that it depends on what the pain is. And the reason why I make you choose what you're going to sell is you can go and sell whatever. Okay, and then I have this one, and then I have that one, and then you understand, and then also when people don't know you, it's easier for you to for people to buy the low ticket, right?
Yeah,
because it's just a no-brainer. Okay. And then for you, if you're trying to sell for the very first time online, it's better to sell the no-brainer. You just know that you're giving them a deal. Like you're not begging anyone. and I'm talking energetically, right?
Yeah.
You're just, you're doing them a favor. Okay, so it's much easier. However, I just wanted to add that the low ticket offer, the energy and the sales and the process of sales is still the same thing. Okay, whether it's a hassle. So that's one thing. Very good. So I got the financial goal. Let's now talk about the other goal. What other goal do you have? What else would you want to achieve with this?
Well, let me see what I wrote here. Oh, I did order a new computer yesterday because I'm done with this 2 computers. I'm done with it. Found something on.
That's good. Is it a Mac?
No, I went to a PC because I love my Mac.
Yeah.
But it won't work with Keep properly.
Oh, really?
I don't have the money to pay for another Mac right now. So I may get this one back. My brother-in-law wants to add more RAM to it. So I ordered a refurbished PC for now.
For how much?
I got it for $265.
Oh, that's a deal.
It wasn't expensive, like it wasn't totally over the top.
Okay.
And then I can give this to my brother-in-law and he can
fix it.
see if he can fix it. And then if it starts to run better, then I might bring the Mac back in because I do love my Mac.
Yeah.
But if I can't right now, the way that it is, I can't run Chrome off of it. I see. Only works with Chrome for some reason.
Oh, I see. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
Chrome is a major.
Yesterday was really frustrating because I was trying to do some of it on my Mac and some of it on this stupid laptop that my husband so I hate this laptop. This is the cheapest thing ever. So I was trying to do some stuff here and then I had to put files into my drive and then I had to go over here and then I had to remember my passwords for things to log on here. And so by the time I just left my office, when I said to you, I just need a break.
Yeah.
Just like explode.
Throw it off out the window.
Yeah. So I basically was texting my son going, all right, I found this. Is this good? Because this is cheap. This is all I can afford right now. So
yeah, what should I do? Yeah.
Good for you, Mom. It was okay. And then like he said, you can upgrade a PC better than you can a Mac, right? So
that's true.
You know, so I mean, we'll see. I'll use it. Yeah. But for now,
it
will help. Okay, so what were my goals? What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
What other goal?
Yes, what other goal do you have?
Well, just to keep building those relationships, right? I want to be able to get my name out there and get people having conversations with me and seeing me, because that's the problem with Facebook, right? It's really hard to get your name out, your face out there. So yeah, I don't know if that's a good goal or not.
It is a big goal. I would want something more. It's a blanket goal. Okay, because every outreach that we're doing is visible, is for visibility, right? So yeah.
I think, yeah. So my goal would be to get people to see that it can be done in the way that I'm doing it, and see that my method can work how we're doing it. See, like, people succeed, actually, because that's what I really want, is people to, I love that, being able to feel like they can do this, right? Because now I know that the people that I'm talking to are the people who think I'm just meant to be a disorganized person. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Like, no matter what I try, I can't do it, right? So just breaking it down into, it's as painful as it can be for me to do the breaking it down. That's what they need to hear, is that you have to start here. I mean, I saw a post on one of the Facebook groups today a woman in her 70s. Their garage was like stacked full of plastic bins full of stuff, right? Just like
Wow.
stacked full. And then she did a before and after. And unless you really looked at it and read what she wrote, it didn't look a lot different.
Mm,
Although, as she was saying, they got rid of a lot of stuff and they know that she knows they have to go back. And
mm,
that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like
mhm,
you could probably work for 6 hours and it might still look the same to you.
mhm,
So
mhm,
that's why it's really important to start small and
mhm,
celebrate each one of those steps. So that's
mhm,
basically, I
mhm,
guess, my goal for this is to
mhm,
have
mhm,
people start to see that you don't you don't want to start big because that's how we fail. That's how we
mhm,
feel like we can't do it.
mhm, mhm.
That makes
I
sense?
love that. I love that.
Pretty
I love
wordy
that.
call, but
No, no, no. I love that. I love that. So now if we're going to go, I'm still going to ask you another goal, but if we're so now we're talking, this is how you want to help people.
yes.
You want to be able to give them that, you want to give them the space to relax and know it's possible.
Yes. Just to show them it can be done.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be all done at once.
Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about the people that are registered. Who do you have registered right now?
I have no one registered because the two people that said that they were, one liked it, and then the other one I haven't heard from. So they've both been tagged in that.
Okay. Okay.
So I was going to ask you about that. Like, what do I do? Do I send it to them in Messenger now? Say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, don't forget to register for this. I'd
Mm-hmm.
really like to see you there
Mm-hmm.
because I know that we can do this together and I believe in you, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. When I said the tech is not the most important at this stage. The tech is not what's important right now because it just gives them another thing that they need to do, and they're going to schedule it. Okay, in their mind. Okay, somebody says, "Oh, I'll really be interested in that," right? And then you give them a link to click. They say, "I'll come to it." Okay, and really they want to do it, but they're just not gonna get to it eventually. Until you keep bugging them and bugging them. And that's why personally I think that at the stage that we're in right now, in short, most of the people that I work with, we don't even do tech. Okay, at the beginning. Okay, because I want you to, because again, the way we're talking about there's brick and mortar and then there's online. Brick and mortar is way easy. You come into my store, you pick something, you can't, you're not going to walk out, without dropping some cash, right?
Mhm.
But in the online space is much more different. Okay, and there's a lot of things that comes with it. So now for these people, I would personally, the way I would have dealt with this is just no landing page. Okay, just so we're doing this thing. Here's the it's going to be happening on. I give them the information on when it's happening, and then I tell them you're registered. If they're saying they are this thing, you're interested in doing this, this is the information now. But now we have the landing page and we have all of that, and that's where, before I tell you what, or we decide together on what you're going to do, what I want you to tell me is, what would you want to achieve personally, like difference that you would want to see in yourself as the business owner as you go through this process.
To feel more confident that
Okay.
I can actually get people to pay me.
Very good. Very good. Okay. To feel more confident that you can get people to pay you. Okay. So to feel more confident that you can get sales.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's talk about that for a little bit. How was that when you were doing your organizing business? How did you get clients?
Oh, I paid for a really expensive Google ads.
Mm-hmm.
and I got word of mouth, but the people that I did work with came from the Google ads that I
Okay.
had
Okay.
to search
Okay.
specifically for hands-on organizing in their area.
Okay. Okay. And so they just found an ad that you had done, and then what they do?
Then they would send me an email because they would
Okay.
contact me from my contact page, and then I would
Okay.
call them, and we do
Okay.
a quick get to know you, kind of like a discovery call kind of thing.
Okay.
And then I would book a come and see your place.
Okay.
And we discuss what would be, I would charge a small fee to come and for 30 minutes to talk about what it is they were looking for, to look at the space, blah, blah, blah. Then we would book, and then I would come back and we would do the job.
Okay.
Which now seems so inefficient, but that's how it would work.
Yeah, for sure. Especially now that you know the value, you know a lot more what your your time value is, right? So
and costs have gone up so much now, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just and I can't do hands-on anymore. I just
For sure. Now the reason I'm asking that is I want you to put yourself back in the mindset of that time. If you got a client, if you got a prospect, what would you do? Okay.
If I had a prospect, then I would set up a time to give them a call. I'd reply to their email, set up a time to give them a call for about a 30-minute call, discovery call. Then, like I said, then we'd chat for 30 minutes so that I could, I watched that video of the cleaning guy. And I would do the same thing. I would ask questions to see if we were going to be a match. And I would be upfront with that. Like, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, just make sure, because, I want to make sure that you're a match, or that I'm a match for you and that you're a match for me, because I don't want to come out there and then waste your time. Right. So we would have that kind of conversation. And then I would set up the walkthrough to come and see what they really wanted. It was pretty basic, straightforward.
Can we bring that into this as well?
I was thinking about that. I can do a discovery call with them, which I already have. So I have like a 45-minute get to know you kind of chat about what it is their expectations are, what they're looking for.
You mean for the challenge?
Oh, for the challenge? Oh, I see what you mean.
I'm not saying you should schedule a discovery call with them, but I'm saying the mindset that you have, okay, that makes you go through that process when you meet a prospect. Could we bring that into this as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that this challenge is them seeing if I'm a fit for them, and I'm seeing if they're a fit for me, kind of thing. So it could act as like a discovery thing. Just what I've been thinking about, like what questions I can ask them each day. Then I start overthinking it, and then I start asking the wrong questions, right? They're too big questions. So we need to really bring it back down. But it can be an interview for both of us.
Yeah. So it's and what I would even want to do, okay, most of the times, and I think I mentioned this last week, that when I'm doing an event like this, I do a which will be similar to what you do on the landing page, put your email here. But before we do the put your email here, I want to even know them a little bit more. What are you struggling with? Okay. So for example, before they get the link to register, the first thing I would want to know is, tell me more. And from your live video, the people that mentioned that they were interested, where did you meet them in your group?
So one came from the person that that I know that's my client,
Mm-hmm.
and then one came from another group
Okay.
on Facebook.
Okay.
And so they've been commenting on my lives. And the one is the lady who reached out to me a while ago. I think I told you about her.
Okay.
Asking all the questions and we were having a conversation and stuff. So she's the one who said, because she watched the replay last week.
Okay.
And said that she wanted to be a part of it.
Okay. 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 So these are people that you've been in contact with.
Yes. So yes, and they are definitely the drifters.
Okay. Drifters.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first level.
Yeah.
Okay. First level people. Okay. That's fine. First level people are good, you know, but we need more people. That's the issue now. We need more people. Every single person that has ever liked or everybody that has ever commented on your post, do you message them after?
Some of them, but not all of them. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm not really sure. I think what's happening, like, so far you've been the best one to kind of break it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I have all these different people do it so differently, and I'm trying to figure out what works for me.
Okay.
And I still struggle with the reaching out to people. And now I was like, because Kathy had me, and this was just, it's not something I can really maintain, because she had me like keep a spreadsheet and how they answered the questions, and then I had to ask the question of whether I could reach out to them or not. And then I had to keep track of that. And then I'm supposed to remember who said yes and who said no without going, it doesn't suit my personality. It's not how my brain works.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of like, where do I go with this?
Yeah. So you have to, let me say to you that, you know, at the level that Kathy is at, you know, I have the tool that we can use to message people. And I actually upgraded in this same tool last week, maybe last 2 weeks or so, that I don't think who it is. I just send it. Okay. So it's not, and I used to have that challenge of who said what. I have the idea of who said what, but the part that I didn't like was the fact that, you know, if I reach out to this person and they're not interested, you know, do I just, you know, so all those questions, you know, and I get it. Okay. And that's why Kathy will mention to you to do it this way, because because it's, you know, like I have a tool that I can use and just click the button and it sends 50 messages. Okay. So it's much easier. And now the reason I upgraded, you know, to the bigger tier is actually, I just don't want to think about it. I just want to send it. Plus I wanted my son to be doing more of it, you know, so I don't want him to be going one by one. I'm paying for his time. I don't want to be, and I'm paying for the tool. I don't want to be paying, you know, so I need somebody to be doing it like more efficient. Right. But at your stage, that you're not trying to, you don't want to add a tool just yet, I would suggest that you still go through the process as much as you can without, you know, put in the emotions. You know, you just try to shut down the emotions. Don't take the people personally. I know. I know. It's like, how is that possible? You know? Yeah. So you take the emotions out of it, and then you go through the process, but you see, the thing is, the difference between, so the way I would do this is, I will, instead of opening Messenger, little Bob Messenger for each person, okay, I open Messenger, okay, one place, and I open my group, okay, and I start to see active members, okay, and then I message them, how are you doing? Is there any questions that I can help you answer? Is there, you know, and in this case now, in your own case right now, did you hear about, okay, I'm going to be doing this challenge or this event. Okay. So I want to message people, and usually what had happened with my most recent one that I did was I posted in my group and on my page. I don't think I got up to 10 people that either liked or commented. Maybe nobody even commented. But I sent the email to, I can't remember, maybe 40 people that have been active, and I got more responses. Okay. So it's much easier to get connections, especially because if you don't do it at the time when they responded to your live, it takes a little bit of time for the algorithm to warm up and, for them to actually see what's going on. So many times you're doing the videos, they don't even see it. That's why the conversations are extremely important. Okay. Now, I think I asked you before, did you create a list of 30 people that you can invite?
No, I haven't yet, but when, that's what the question, when you meant 30 people from my group, or 30 people, like just random people?
30 people that are close to your message, that are your ideal clients, that are your, wherever it is that you've met them. Okay. Maybe they're not even in your group. Maybe they're in your, maybe even friends. Okay. Maybe ex-clients. Okay. Whatever. I just need 30 people that are your ideal clients, and you can invite them to this.
Okay.
Because you see, the way it works is it's a numbers game. If you invite, I didn't share this with you. I was going to show you this. So I'm still working on this. I'm going to share it with you so that you can see what the whole thing looks like. Okay. So I'm still working on this, and I call it the video monetization calculator. And so let's assume that the price point, what's the price point of your thing? 97 divided by 2, right? 47,
yeah,
47. Okay. So 47, and your sales goal at the end of this is, let's say 100. Okay. And it says per month, but we're just doing just one for now. Let's see what it looks like. Now, usually what happens is people that are connections, okay? Connections to clients, to conversations, it's usually 10% average, okay? And I'm talking, your system is good, the way your video, you're doing everything, and you're, talking to people in videos, you're talking to people in different groups, you're talking to people everywhere, okay? Those are connections. You convert them to conversations, which is now conversations in the DM, comments, like I put here. Connections are new friends, new group members, new page followers. Conversations are comments, DMs, and triage calls. Okay. So now from those conversations, we can move them to sales calls. Usually it's another 10% rate, usually. Now, if you are doing this system, usually your sales conversion would be high. Okay. But if this wasn't there, it would be like 3% here, from the people that get to know you to clients. Okay. So now let's say you're doing this process, you have 20% of them coming in. Every single day, you should be having connections of 53 people. Okay. So for example, this month, and now, in order for us to hit this, we need to have had conversations with 1,000 people. Doesn't make sense, right?
I don't have time for that.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't make sense, But you see, that's where all the other things, like you being a guest speaker on another stage and different things like that, it increases it fast forwards this a little bit for you. However, it's still going to have this same flow. Okay. And that's why I was asking you in this program, that you're trying to do this week or next week, what exactly are you trying to achieve? Because if we don't have enough, like I would give you the numbers. And I think, when I did my very first challenge, before I used to do challenges before I started talking about videos. Okay. And I'll do the challenge, and from the challenge, no sales. Now, after the challenge, I do sales call and I make sales. Okay. So we can't really attack. And most of the times it's not people that attended the challenge. It's just people that knew that I was doing it, and they kind of got it in their head somewhere. And eventually they, and then I do another video or do a post or something, and it turns them into a sales call, that they book a call, and then I get a sale. Okay. But from the challenges before I started talking about videos, and the reason why I'm saying that is because my message was too broad. Okay. Even though I was getting clients, but it was hard to get any clients from just, directly like that. Okay. Now, when I started doing videos, the very first challenge that I ran, I invited a couple of people. I just posted it everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, all my email list and everything. My email list at the time was maybe about 100 people, maybe. And I was able to get about 65 people to join. 65 people to join. Now, how many did I sell? I sold, and I sold a $47 program after that. And I think I sold to 2 people. One of them was an ex-client, and the other was her friend. See? Okay. And then the next time I did it, I sold 3. Okay. It was still 47. Okay. And then the next time I did it, I think I did it and I sold 1, 2, I think it was 2, actually. It was 2. It was 2 the next time I sold it. And this time too, it was still 47. Okay. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is I'm sharing it to you to see that it takes a little bit of time, especially depending on where you are. Okay. Now, for me at the time, in short, I have to say that it was like for me, the way I was looking at it psychologically and emotionally was like I was going down. It was like I was going down, and I didn't like it, because prior to that, I was selling $6,000 in sales, right? For one client. Now I'm trying to sell 47, and I'm just getting 3 people to buy, right? Now, and that's why I was saying earlier on that when you're selling of 147 or 5,000, it's the same thing. It's the same energy. It's the same everything. So why don't you just go for the bigger one? Okay. So, and the aspect of, now again, I'd like you to decide, okay, you're the leader, you're the business owner. And when I say business owner, I want you to think about brick and mortar. You have your business. It's a big business, and you go in there every day, okay, to open up, and you decide, you make all these choices. Because if you're at the stage where you don't know how to sell the $7.99, you're not going to be able to sell it. However, if you choose that that's the one that you're going to sell, if that's the package you want to sell, you'd stay on it. Whether you sell it or not, you advance. Okay. You know now how not to say it and how to say it and all of that. Okay. Because I know that if I was starting out and I was starting out selling $47, I don't know if I would have the zeal and the excitement to continue. Because I'm like, I worked so hard for $247. That doesn't even pay my email list every month, So that's the idea. However, if we're at the space where we just want to test it out and just convince yourself that it's possible, I can get a sale online, that's okay as well.
Okay.
Because actually I have to recap and say that the very first thing that I sold was $47 earlier on. Okay. And it was an event. You come to the event and I'll show you how to launch your business. Okay. So, and at the time also it was 97. I was giving it for free for 50% off and I was able to sell it. After that, I started, selling high ticket. Okay. So now the reason why I went through all of that and I'm showing you this is if we're expecting to make a lot of sales from this model of selling 47, it's going to be very frustrating. However, if we're just doing it and we know for this first iteration, I just want to practice. What that means is I'm committing to doing it over and over again. Is that in the space? Is that in your mind anywhere? Is that part of your thoughts?
The practicing part? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure it is. It's because I've never done this before. So yeah, just to kind of get my foot out there, take that first step off of the cliff there. See if a parachute shows up.
Let's see. Or maybe never shows up.
Or never shows up, and see if I fall flat on my face, right? And I mean, my last endeavor was an abject failure, but I also wasn't. It was a good. I also remind myself that it was just a good practice, and it taught me that I have to bring my message even smaller and smaller. So that was kind of a learning.
Well, which one is that? Which one are you talking about?
I did it at the very beginning. Well, not at the very beginning. I did it a few months ago. It was just a 3-day how to build a habit of organizing. And it was just too, I think it was you who watched it, I think. And you said it was just too much for everybody. So it was a good lesson in that.
Okay.
So yeah, but I'm still finding myself that's why I feel like I have pressures, because I find myself still wanting to give too much information.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. I don't know. I just, I don't know. It feels like it's going to be a failure before it even starts.
Yeah. And what's it going to look like for it to be a failure?
No one shows up.
Okay. No one shows up. Okay. Okay. And the first one that you did was a failure, according to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have to say, a couple of people did watch. So I guess it wasn't 100% failure. It was just 95% failure.
Now you would notice that in our coaching, I'm always asking what's the win. Okay. And in the last week, what's the win? Now, a lot of times we focus on growth as against the goal. Let's see. What's that word? So instead of looking for the result, okay, the result of 3 clients, 2 clients, 5 clients, okay, we can also look at it. And that's why I was saying I want the financial and not financial goal. Okay. We can also look at it from the angle of what is it that I would want to achieve and, in myself as I'm going through this, because the truth of the matter is that it may not turn out the way we optimistically look at it. Okay. If we look at it optimistically, we'll say, and the reason why you're in the business and you've not quit is because of that optimism. Okay. Which is extremely important. Okay.
Or just kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly that craziness. Yeah. That's the optimism. Because, sometimes I used to look back and I'll be like, why did I stay in this business thing? Why didn't I give up? Because, when you look back and you actually look back at some of those, like I was saying, even when I started doing the videos, I would have just quit. Okay, completely. And that's me thinking back now. What if I go back there now? What would I do? I would say, no, I'm not doing this. Okay, because why would I work for hours and only get paid $100? Okay, when I was getting paid $6,500. Okay, before that, right? But you see, the thing is, when you're ready to climb, you have to master some steps that you need to learn how to use the parachute, and you're on your own without anybody else being there, right? And so that's the way I want you to see this challenge that you're trying to run. I want you to see it as, I want to move forward in not necessarily, because the gurus will tell you, oh, you need, like, for example, Kathy, I'm not saying what she does is wrong, but like, you need keep to be able to, and so it looks like you need to set things up and make everything shiny and really good.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. However, if we don't have anybody to go there, we just set it up for what, right? So that's why I have it set up, but I want to talk to humans. Okay. And what I would want you to look at now is, what is it that I can get done, I can achieve for myself, and say, I'm not going back because I did this. Okay. I've actually increased. Because when you said the first time you did it was a failure, it was a flop, I don't agree. I don't agree. No, I don't. Even if it's only that it gave me clarity for where you were at the time.
Yeah, and the reason that I did it is it was kind of a challenge from someone to just do something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I just did something,
Mm-hmm.
and I put a lot of work into it, and then yeah, so this one I seem to not be putting a lot of work in.
It's okay.
And then I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to say, but and then do I, what questions do I ask? I don't even know. Do I just
we're going to look at your questions together today, because that is the most important part of this challenge. Okay. Yeah. Now, remember I said, when I met you, when I saw you did that. I saw that you had put a challenge out. I wanted to see how it went. Why? Because I know that if you're ready and you're able to sell it, you're going to be able to just, sell it. But it's not cheap. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. So I wanted to see what happened. And then I listened to your videos and I was like, I see the thing, because you're speaking like a pro. You're talking as if you're talking to pros. Okay. And with that, now we've been able to get a lot more clarity because of, okay. Now I want you to picture what was I doing for you? Even though you weren't complaining to me, you weren't saying, it's not working, blah, blah, blah. You understand? You weren't telling me that. But I saw you from a distance, and I could tell, I could diagnose that the message was not clear enough for your buyers. Okay. What was I doing? I was serving you. Even though you were not yet you weren't paying me for that. Now, the reason why I'm sharing that with you is, there are people in your world like that right now. Like the way you were in my world, there are people in your world like that you can help diagnose where they are. And if you meet people like that, what would you do? Won't you say, come, let me show you something. Do this. Right? That's what this challenge is about. Is for you to find Jane and Lucy and Elizabeth and actually sincerely come, see them as if they're actually coming to your kitchen table. Okay. And that's where now I say, where are those 30 Lucys? Okay. Can we find them? Can we find 30 Lucy's?
Well, I'm
Because
sure if I just
it's
went
only
friends,
what?
if I just went through my friends list, because I have, I think 300 or some odd people on my personal page, and I just
Mhm,
picked out 30 people, I could just do that. And then I could also add a few friends and say, hey, can you just share this for me?
mhm,
I'd really appreciate it because this is
mhm.
really super important. So
Yeah, so that's good. The other way of actually doing that, especially with friends, is you'd ask them. I need to make a note for myself. I'll send you a list, a message that says, "I'm doing." Actually, let me not postpone that. Let's just find it. It's gonna be.
I've done a couple before.
Mhm.
Doing hands-on. It's like, I don't know if you know, but this is what I'm doing, and I'd really
Okay.
appreciate if you could just kind of spread the message.
Okay. No, it's not
Nope.
spread the message.
Or
It's it's do you know anyone that be interested in getting help? Let me just find that let me just find that exact word for you. Complementary coaching. Okay, it's this one. So it starts with hello, first name, and then I think we have company. I'm hearing some voices that I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so it's so did you see that in the comments in the chat?
yes. Yes.
Okay. So you see it's hello first name, I help, my golden statement. Okay. I'm going to be offering a complimentary private experience. Okay. This was the one that I did last week. Okay. Okay. So do you know anyone who would benefit? Okay. So it's not, can you help me share? Okay. It's, do you know any? So I'm doing people a favor. Do you know anyone who will benefit from learning about getting clients or about, do you know anyone who would be, would benefit from learning what's your own? It's getting started.
Mhm.
Okay. And there was another word that I actually thought about, when I was thinking about your thing, I thought about kickstart or jumpstart. Kickstart, jumpstart. These are two powerful words that would actually help people think.
That makes, yeah. Ouch. What was I looking for? So instead of getting started,
Yeah. Instead of getting started feels like, are you trying to say that I'm not started yet? Or, oh, you mean we're actually just going to get started? But kickstart is like, pump them up. Let's do this. We're going to jumpstart your da, 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 da. Right?
so would you do your habit of organizing, or would you kickstart your organizing projects? Or
Yeah.
so this is like, it's not sexy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even when people hear the habit of organizing, they know that it takes time to form a habit, right?
Yeah.
So they feel like, yeah, I should do that. I should do it. Yeah, I should, but they never come. Okay. But then when you say jumpstart something, I'm going to help you jumpstart. I'm going to help you get started. Kickstart. Okay. This is my Kickstarter program. Do you have a Kickstarter program? Something you have your 97? Is
That's
it
what I called
Kickstarter?
my $97.
Okay. So yeah, we can use something like that and say it's a Kickstarter experience, something like that, a Kickstarter experience. So instead of saying, I am going to be offering a complimentary private experience, I'll say Kickstarter or Jumpstart experience for these people.
So I got kickstart your habit of organizing, jumpstart the purging and sorting process.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what I have on there.
Yeah. What are you talking about? What's that?
That's my $97.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
kickstart your habit of organizing by jump starting the purging and sorting process. So
Okay. Okay.
push to learn how to do it quickly.
Okay. Okay. But for the challenge, what I would want is I would, even if in short, that one I would say, yeah, Kickstarter. Your challenge is more of the Kickstarter. The other one is the support to Kickstart.
Okay.
It's a
So
three.
if I change this to in these 3 days, I'll help you kickstart.
Jumpstart.
Jumpstart your organizing projects today, this moment.
3 day jumpstart. 3 days jumpstart. So the challenge itself can be 3 day jumpstart, organizing jumpstart. Okay. And then but this message that I just shared with you, you'd say, hello, my friend, whoever your friend is. I help, your simple golden message. Can you say it to me? Say it.
I help busy women gain control over their clutter so they can reclaim their time and spaces in order to create the freedom to become the person that they want to be.
Okay, now that's a long one. Yeah. We can just give them the very first statement. I help, listen to mine. I help people create videos that converts into clients. That convert clients into their businesses. Full stop.
So I help busy women reclaim their time and spaces by learning how to let go of their.
No. You're adding the how. I help busy women
reclaim their
spaces.
Their spaces.
Yeah, reclaim their spaces for to get what? What was it to get?
To get more freedom to be the person they want to be.
Very good. So to get more freedom to become more of whom they want to be. Okay. I'm going to be offering a complimentary experience. Okay. So instead you say a jump starter experience, a 3-day jump starter experience in next week. Okay. For you, it's next week now. Yeah. Do you know anyone who will benefit from learning more about, or maybe not learning more? For you, it's not learning more. Do you know anyone who will be ready to kickstart their organizing this summer? How does that sound?
That sounds good, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So you try that, and then that statement, that's right there. You just use it that way. Send it to.
So would you say more freedom to be who they want, or more freedom to be Hi, whoever. I help busy women reclaim their spaces to create more freedom in their lives. And I'm going to be offering a complimentary 3-day experience.
3-day jumpstart, organizing jumpstart experience.
Okay. I'm offering a complimentary 3-day jump start.
Sure.
3-day organizing jumpstart.
Very good.
Do you know anyone who would benefit from kickstarting their organizing projects today or
this summer? Yeah. Oh, yeah, something like that.
Okay, so that's gonna go there.
I was talking with a friend the other day, and we were talking about, yeah, you guys should come over, and I was like, because I didn't want to put pressure on you coming over, so I said, and we could come to your space, and I mean to your home, and the person responded and were like, I don't know about my space, I'd rather come to yours. Okay. And I was just remembering what we had talked about. I mean, I've not been to their space, but they've been to my space many times. Okay. So I was trying to make it open so that, I'm not one-sided, but what I got back was more like, no, let's just come to your space. Okay. And we were talking, remember how we said some people just don't want to bring people home? I don't know if that's the case in this situation, but I was just like, people are out there and we have all sorts of things.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people who do that, right? They'll say, oh, no, that's okay, we can come to your place. And usually, and a lot of times it's because they just have a mess.
Yeah. So it's as you're going into, so I'm saying this because I want you to know these people are everywhere. Okay. And so that language, like even when you're doing your video, you say, sometimes you don't want to have people over. That's a major hook right there. And it helps them self-identify.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So this one is to send to friends and
yes.
Now this one you send in Messenger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the one that the one that I posted is the one that I send to everybody else too, or like my 30 people, or what am I sending to the 30 people?
Okay, so to the 30 people, you say, next week I'll be hosting a complimentary this for, okay, I'm just going to copy it and send it to you. Exactly what I used. Copy and paste. Okay, so hi, first name. Next week I'll be hosting a complimentary this. For business owners who have high quality products to market and sell with videos. Is that something you'd like to hear more about? Okay. And once they say they're interested in hearing more about it, then you just send them the next message. Okay. That is going to say, okay, in order for me to make sure that you actually are a good fit, okay, can you tell me more? Okay, something like that. But the way I would do that, let me see if I can find one for you. Someone that is already interested. I'll say, in order to make sure it is a perfect fit, can I ask you a few questions? Okay, and that's where you now ask things like, where are you now? What would you like to be? What's the struggle? What's standing in the way? Okay. And then say, awesome. You're going to be a very good fit. Now, you see, the fact that you've made them answer those questions, they are more engaged. Okay.
Okay. You said, where are you now? What are you looking for? Where do you want to be?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So where are you now? What would you like to see? And then what's standing in the way? What's that? Those are the three main questions. And so that way, so for example, if you come to me now, let's role play. Ask me.
No. What was the last one? I just typed the exact same one that was before.
So what do you have? Where
are you now? What would you like to see? And what was the third one?
What's standing in the way?
Oh, right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to make it yours now. We're going to. Okay. I want you to practice on me. Okay? Start from what? No, start from. Send me a message. Yeah.
So next week I will be hosting a complimentary 3-day Kickstart, organizing Kickstart, Jumpstart
experience.
Complimentary. Did I say
Complimentary, yeah. It's either you say free or complimentary, but I prefer complimentary because it's not free. It's free to you, but it's not free to me. I'm just giving it to you as a complimentary gift.
Yeah. A complimentary 3-day organizing jumpstart.
Jumpstart experience. I like the experience word. Or anything else that sounds like experience. Like
For women,
busy women.
busy women wanting to oh, sorry, this is taking me too long. Okay. For busy women who want to create more freedom in their lives. Back to the other one. Sorry about that.
That's
Wanting
okay.
to create. Let me just write this down before I do this.
Yeah, no problem. Just wanted to be sure what's next on my schedule. That's fine.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Is this something that you'd love to hear more about? Is that good?
Mm-hmm. Is that something you'd like to hear more about? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next week, I'll be hosting a complimentary 3-day organizing jumpstart experience for busy women wanting to create more freedom in their lives. Is that something you would like to hear more about?
Sure.
In order to see if this is a perfect fit, can I ask you a few more questions?
Okay, so now before the in order, put an emotional like a thing. Awesome, amazing, cool, great. Put something there, so that they know that you responded. You're not just sending them messages that you're copying and pasting.
Okay, so
Exactly.
awesome. In order to see if this is a perfect fit for you, can I ask you a few more questions?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, so can you no, what would you say? See, this is where I do this.
Okay, where are you now with regards to?
Where are you now with your organizing?
Regards to organizing. I have my home is I mean, I would say it's I'm gonna talk real, it's clean, but I mean I have things organized, but I would I would say, and I have a system, I have a little bit of a system, with what I do, but never it's not bad to learn.
What would you like to see different?
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah. So because again, they just told you where they are. Okay. And sometimes people will tell you where they are. It doesn't mean that they have, like I said, I have a system, or I say, I consider my home okay. Right. But why are you asking? Why are you still interested in coming for the event? Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the question is, people sometimes will not give you the full detail. Okay, because they don't know you. They've not built trust with you and all that. Yeah. So I would say where I would like to be, maybe in a space where I don't have a lot of plastic, like right now in my house, I have all this plastic bowls, okay, and the covers and all that. Now I have the plastics organized in the shelves, but the covers I have to find. Like yesterday I was saying, oh, maybe I should actually get a new basket and put it here, because I have plastic literally in a plastic bag and I tie it under and just throw it away. I don't want to see them. Okay. Okay. So I tie them up and I throw them away. Okay. I mean, throw them in the locker, whatever it's called. Okay. So if I can get rid of that, okay, or get rid of something that would take that away and or make that even more efficient, that would be really good.
That's a great goal. So what do you think is standing in the way of you making this change?
For me, I would say I have too many. Before now, I would go to the store and I'll buy different plastics that I see that is pretty, and I find maybe there is a sale, and so I buy these things, and so they're not uniform in when I'm organizing them. Okay, and so I think. Okay, this is me talking. Now you're the expert, so listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I think if I can get a system or plastics that are uniform and I don't actually follow the sale, I think I'll be fine. That's what I think is standing in the way.
So purchasing more things.
Yeah,
plastic in different sizes. Is
that are uniform and are systematized, and they can fit in each other. That's what I think is standing in the way.
Okay. So lots of times people get into that kind of way of purchasing more things and hoping to solve it.
Stop.
I'm doing, yeah.
Stop. Okay. Stop.
I need a question.
You're coaching. It's not a coaching session.
Well, I know I'm doing that in my I would do that in my head. So I would do that out loud. So people I'm clarifying that you just keep purchasing more. Okay, so could I do it in a perfect world? What would you like it to look like?
I'd like it to look pretty and organized and functional when I need to. So the reason why I buy all these things is sometimes I'm like, sometimes I'll see that it has this little things in the many options that are in the box that is on sale. And I know that I'm not going to use 5-10 of these little things, but it comes in the pack. So I just buy it anyways. Right. And so and now I have all of them everywhere, so now I think that I just need to find a system, organizing plastic system that allows me to have all of the pieces or the sizes and the shapes that I want and that fits into each other.
So perfect. How would it feel to be able to?
No. So now at this stage, what I will do is awesome. This is going to really help you. This Jumpstart program is going to really help you because what you've been able to identify from us talking is she's an ideal client. She has a problem in her house. Okay. Now, the truth of the matter is that when somebody is telling you it's just the plastic, everything else is fine, there's a chance that there's more. Okay. There's a chance that there's more. And what you see the drifter mindset right there, it's the plastic company that is making me buy all these things.
Yeah. They're putting those useless ones in the thing, and that's why are they doing that?
Exactly. So you see they're shifting the blame now. Okay. Yeah. So now it's the all you need to know is, oh, this is my drifter right there, or this is my starter right there. So they're qualified to come.
This is awesome because this Jumpstart experience is perfect for you.
Very good. So now what you're going to see, those conversations, what it does is before now, you didn't think you were going to be talking about plastics or what to buy.
Yeah.
But now, this is a major deal in the life of somebody. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Which is exactly what happened when I would do the walkthrough. Because having the conversation on the phone was a completely different thing than when I got to their space. And then I started to ask questions about how they use the space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then I had a totally different conversation with them.
Exactly. And yeah. And as we were talking, I was just, even going back to with regards to, you know, where I say where would you say you are now with regards to this? Okay, that's too broad for, you know, and I remember when I heard it, my brain thought, I don't know,
Yeah.
like which
It's
space in my home, you know, like,
Let me just see,
okay.
what questions have I written down here? Oh, I have like a bazillion different questions everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
No, these are not gonna. Like I have, how do you feel in your spaces right now?
yeah, you see, so what I would want you to focus on when you're asking the first question is, what space in your home would you like to focus on right now? Now, if they say the whole house is a mess, okay, then obviously you take it, you ask them, okay, what would you like to see? Okay, and why are you not able to, like, what's standing in the way? Okay, that's where I come in as the coach.
So what space in your home would you like to focus on right now?
Yes, right now. Yeah.
That's better.
Or what space in your home would you think this challenge or this program would help you jumpstart organizing? Okay. And then, you know, as I was thinking about it, I said the plastic, because literally last night I was still putting things, and, you know, the boys help clean up and all that, and I would come in, and then I would have to come in and reorganize, and, you know, and so packing the lids and putting them in a bag and putting them away. And I was like, maybe it'll be more organized. I mean, it's nicely tied away, you know, and it's neat if you open it. It's just that it's not visually pleasing to see a plastic bag in the shelf, in the lower thing there, right? You know, so I was like,
my question next would be, how much energy does it take for you to put it away like that and to get it back out again?
No, so what
Not
that you wouldn't
here,
ask.
but if I was in someone's home, I would
Exactly.
ask, like, how much
That's
energy are you
That's it.
spelling to do
That's
it?
That's
And
it.
is that okay with you, or do you
Exactly.
want it to be different? Yes,
Exactly.
those are different. So that's when you were talking, that's what I was thinking. My next
Exactly. Exactly.
after I wanted to ask that, I wanted to be like, how much energy is being put into that, and are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
but okay, so I have, what space in your home do you think this experience will help you jumpstart your organizing? What would you like to see different there? And what, that's a great goal. What do you think standing in your way of making that change? Okay. And in a perfect world, why do I have 4 questions now? Is that okay? Did we have 4?
I wouldn't want to do so. So I'd want to know where they are right now. I want to know where they want to be, and I want to know what's standing in the way. That's all.
Okay, so in a perfect world, what would you like that to look like? Probably take that one out, because that's actually something I can use as one of the questions for one of the days.
For the sales call. Exactly. Yeah. So now the other one that I could add to it is, how soon would you want this result?
Yes.
How soon? But so sometimes you ask the how soon, but some of the times, you know, people would even give you the information before you ask. Like, I want it done like today, yesterday, you know. So those are the things. So right now, what we're looking for is, we're looking for 30 people that you're going to send the ideal client message to. And how many people can you commit to sending friends? How many friends can you commit to sending do you know anyone to?
At least 10.
At least 10, yeah. Okay. And start that today. Don't try to make it better. Just send it like it is. Now, because what happens is, when you send it, when you start to get response, sometimes you may need to tweak something, and, you know, maybe even when you get an ideal client respond, you can begin to use their own message. I mean, their own words to change your message.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that I want to see done. And now back to these people are going to be coming into your space. They're coming to your kitchen table. And they're coming for you to just show them how to do it. Or you're going the flip side, you're actually going to their kitchen table and helping them change. You've done this many times before, right? You know, that has
So
yeah, go for it.
when I have the group come together, if I have a couple of people, then would you suggest having, like, I just did a money matters kind of thing with someone for free, and then she just had 3 questions every day
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
we were there. So would you suggest doing like a little PDF of like what the same kind of questions, like what space, how would you like to see it in a
Mhm.
perfect world? What would that look like to you?
Mhm. So yes and no. At this stage, I wouldn't want to do PDF.
Okay.
At this stage, what I would want to do is just a post, because we're going to do it on Facebook, right?
Mhm.
So at this stage, what I would want to do is just a post, the colored post, you know, that thing that you can change the background. You know, so you just put the question of the day. Okay. This one. Okay. And that's the assignment for the day.
Okay. So that makes more sense. And then I don't have a million pieces of paper. 'Cause I'm
Exactly.
overthinking it and I'm trying
Yeah.
to, so yeah. So on Sunday, I could set up a post that say, hey, think about for tomorrow, what is the space that you want to focus on during these 3 days?
Exactly. Exactly. You
And
know,
then, yeah, okay. So that would be day 1, day 2. I don't know. It depends on how it goes, I guess.
yeah. But just before, because it's just next week, right?
Mhm.
So I want to see the what is it that you're going to be teaching day 1, day 2, day 3. Did you give me that?
Yeah, I kind of did. So it's kind of basically the same stuff that I've been talking about the last few weeks with my stuff. So the getting started, my signature path kind of
Okay.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
So day 1, I was thinking about space selection and time planning.
Okay.
Day 2 is talking maybe about how to get started with the purging and the sorting and the grouping of items. So maybe breaking it down even more into, so we're gonna get a small space that they want to focus on, and then showing them how to set a timer kind of thing the first day, then talking about, okay, when today your homework is to go and pull out the things that you just open the drawer, and the things you see right on top, pull out those things and post a picture of what you took out or your win or
Okay.
something like that. And
Okay.
then the last one, it would be like, once you get better at this, it's
Mhm.
like, how do we put the stuff back in, and what the questions you have to that you should ask yourself, and what you should be thinking about when you're putting
Mhm.
stuff back in, and how to, kind of touching a little bit on how to maintain it.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah, that's good. So what would I want to handle? What would I want to handle? So my plastic bag thing, let's use me as
Okay.
a participant. What would you tell me day 1? What would you tell me to
So
do?
first of all, where is it, like just one cupboard that you have everything in? Like one place?
Yes. So I have in my upper drawer, in my, like the shelf that has all my plates and dishes and all of that. I have one for plates and dishes, bowls, and then I have another one up there for like Tupperware and a few things like that, and like glass bowls for storing bigger food. And then on the other side, I have on the other side I put like plastic bowls, okay, plastic Tupperware, like you can just take to school or just store a thing in the freezer, the smaller ones. Okay. And then on the topmost shelf, I have now, this is now the mix and match hula baloo up there. Okay. Where I have, some that are round and some that are square and some that are rectangle. And so I try my best to stack them in such a way that it will still look pleasing to the eyes, because I don't want it to come and then it looks like that, So I stack them, and so I put some like that, and then another set, and then I'll have this funny one that doesn't fit anywhere, and so I just throw it in that bag, okay, with all the covers, I put them in that bag, and then now I put them in the lower shelf, okay, lower
They're
shelf,
separate from the other stuff.
separate from the other stuff.
Okay.
So now when I need it, I just take the one that I choose, the one that I want, and then I open the bag and I bring out the cover, and then I put it. Before now, I would have the covers will be at the back and in the and it's everywhere, and it's just a mess, right?
Right.
And so a couple of months ago, I just thought about this plastic bag thing, and I just put it in there, and that solved the problem for me. Okay, and it's not too bad, with regards to time, because I know if, and the way it works is, if there's a bowl that I don't find the cover anymore, it goes in the recycle bin, like it's on its way out, so I kind of have a system like that. However, I still think that if somebody can just customize my own bowls, these are the food that I cook, and these are the sizes. I have this massive pots that I use to cook, and so I cook it, and I would batch and put them in the freezer, right? So I just wish that they will understand my system and create my own bowls, Olu bowls.
So when you say that, do you mean your family?
I mean.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, because there's a few different places there. Which one of them drives you the most crazy right now?
I don't know. I would say maybe if I can backdate back to the time when I didn't have the plastic bag solution, I would say it'll be that last place up there.
So would you say that would be the place that because we're breaking it down into smaller, right? So of the places that you just told me, which one would you want to focus on for the next 3 days? Because we need to break it down, as I mentioned before, like breaking it down smaller and smaller feels more doable and doesn't feel so giant and not doable, right? So smaller.
Yeah. So I would say I've sorted those ones out, and that won't even be the issue. The issue would now be, again, and I keep telling you, like in a month or so, I'm gonna move some things out into the new house, right? So now I have a shelf in the lower drawer, that lower cabinet. It's not a drawer, it's just a shelf, okay?
Right.
And I put the plastic bag and some other things in the in the bottom, but then on the top I have different kinds of blenders, the smoothie blender and the Ninja blender and this one blender, and then I have a coffee maker. I don't drink coffee, but I have a coffee maker there for when I used to do Airbnb in this house, and so I said to myself, I'm going to move, but then when I have guests over, I bring it out.
Right.
Okay. So, but then when they're not there, I put it back in there, and I was saying to myself, maybe I should move the coffee maker into the storage, and only go to it when I need it, right? So that this place will be organized. So I would say that space would be the place that I want to, sort out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's still a lot. That's still a lot of different things, a lot of different moving parts. Is there a way that you can break that down even smaller? You've chosen this area, but you told me about all of these other things, right? So are you saying that you want to move all your plastics to this area and figure out a different way to put your small appliances?
No.
Or you just want to organize your smaller appliances?
Yeah, smaller appliances is the one that I want to figure out.
Okay, so we're not even dealing with the plastic.
We're not. That's why I was saying that, except if I had gone back to the time that I didn't have a solution for the plastic bag thing. Okay. Right. I would have backdated it and said, it's either we're fixing that and then you come up with another solution that is not the plastic bag. Right.
Well, I do
or
have another solution, but
yeah.
that's for another day. But if you want to focus on your small appliances,
Uh-huh.
you're already starting to do the process of thinking about like how often do you use them,
Mhm,
and the space that they're taking up, like how often are you pulling it out?
mhm,
Could you use that space more effectively for something else
mhm,
and find a different home for, say, the coffee maker,
mhm,
where it's still easy to get,
mhm,
but you don't have to like move it around
mhm,
to access other things that you do use more often.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, that would
So
be.
those are the things that you're thinking about when you're breaking it down into small. So that's
Mhm,
great.
mhm.
So I'm going to suggest you take a picture of it and post it to the group so that I
Okay.
can see what that
Mhm,
space looks like.
mhm,
And for this moment, we'll talk about like energy levels and stuff in a minute. And
mhm.
then, so that's kind of how I think it would work.
Okay, okay, yeah. So and remember why when I said to you, I want to get a mixer, but I'm
Mhm.
not gonna get the mixer because number one, I don't know which one, but number two, where am I gonna put it? Okay,
Right.
so you see
But
the
they
mindset.
have space and that could change, right? That could change when you get to the mix.
Exactly,
Right
yeah.
now, yes,
So
I get it. Yes.
yeah, so I'm just saying all of this so that you see your people, what's going on in their head.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I would probably, depending on how many people are there, ask for volunteers.
Mhm,
Only talk to a couple different people, or at least
mhm,
one, depending on how long it is, because we only have
mhm,
an hour.
mhm,
And then let them see. I would try to get them to see how the process of breaking it down. And then if they have more questions, they can post it to the group,
mhm,
or even send me a message if they want, if they're struggling with it. And then
mhm,
try to get everybody to post a picture of the space that they choose, their
mhm,
small area that they choose to work
mhm.
on for the next 3 days. Yeah.
Another thing that would also help is if you had a space that you wanted to also tackle.
Oh, so many.
So now, if you had a space that you could tackle, you start with a picture, and then you say, "Guys, I'm gonna." So it doesn't look like it's a bad thing. It's actually like a project. Okay. So that and that's also, when we talk about building trust, you build trust with people when they see that you're not judging them. Okay. So like, for example, many times I'll share in my group that I still sometimes have issues with this and that, right? And but I have a system. That's the difference between me and you.
Yeah.
So I have a system, I have a formula, I have a framework that I do and I use with my clients, and I know how to snap out of, right?
So yeah, so I was just looking over here. I have this little cubby,
Mhm.
I guess it's called, and I keep binders and stuff in it, but it just seems to be the junk. That's where everything goes when I want to clear off my desk for
Mhm.
that. Would
Yeah.
that be something you're talking about? Just take a
Yeah.
picture and go,
Yeah.
"See, even I have gotten this," and
Yeah.
then take pictures of the process of like we did this stuff was gone. It doesn't even belong there. How
Yeah.
ridiculous, how much
Yeah.
stuff,
Exactly.
right?
No,
And
for real. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it. And you're also it serves as teaching aid for you, right? So that's the way to look at it, and just post it, and it would also help people. And you see and you see the way this thing work is because you're going to be doing it in your group. There are people that didn't even know something was happening. They're just going to be seeing all sorts of posts and people commenting, and they'll be like, what am I missing? What's that? So it's and you didn't even send it to them. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, very good.
So I want to send out. So, and then also when I send out the ideal client message to the
Mhm.
people, after I say that this is a perfect match for you, then I send them the registration link.
Yes.
Or do I just say,
Or just say, would you this registration link is just, I'm always, especially at the beginning, I'm always not ready to do a registration link. I just say, is there an email address that I could send this to you, and you just get their email. Okay. And then you send them a private message, not keep email, send them a message, an email directly from your email to them. Obviously you copy and paste and send to everybody. Okay. The reason why I'm saying not to use Keep is, deliverability with softwares sometimes can also hurt you.
Okay.
Mhm. So you can, just so we get some results with this one. Now the thing that I did, okay. So what I did the last one was I made people go through the survey, my quiz. I have an assessment that I do with people now, and that it gives them a percentage of their score of what they have right now, and that collects their email. Now, when that collects their email, I take that and I add it to the event. So in my calendar, okay, I had created an event because I wasn't doing it on Facebook, right? But for you, because you're doing it on Facebook, what you would do is you would say, I'm going to send you the invite to the event, okay? So that they just say going. Did you create an event?
Not yet.
On Facebook. Okay, so create an event on Facebook, and you can create that event with your page. Because again, I'm trying to see how we can make more people see it.
So on my
business page.
Yeah, my business page, I don't know, they made a whole bunch of changes to the business page and it's annoying.
Okay, so you could use your group to create the events. Use the group. If there are people in your group, most of the people that you're going to be reaching out to and in your group. But if that's another thing. Even if they are not in your group, you just give them a link to it that makes them join your group before they can be a part of the event. Yeah. So
just trying to make sure that I can do an event. Yes, I can. Okay.
Can do an event.
Oh, they keep changing. Well, there was something else I went to go do in the group. I couldn't do it in the group, but I could do it on my personal page. This can be making all these changes. They just irritate me.
I know. No, Facebook. Yeah. That's Facebook.
Yeah, so I can do an event in there, and then I just typed like, this would be perfect for you, and then what's the best email I can send your invite to the event to?
But if they're already in Messenger, you just send it to them.
Okay.
And then if there is some notification, then some messages that you're going to be sending by email, you can still ask, but I'll still need your email for the other correspondence or something like that.
Okay. So yeah, to send the Zoom link to, I would need an email.
You want people to join you on Zoom, right?
Yes.
Very good. So people are going to join you on Zoom, then you need them the email to get the Zoom link.
Okay.
But I want them to register on Facebook as the event.
Okay.
So that even in the group activities, it would be triggering the algorithm and telling people something is happening.
Okay. So I just need email for the Zoom link and set up an event. I am actually considering moving away from Keep because I tried out a different one that was actually nicer to do courses in, then I actually liked it better. I would just lose the phone number and it's cheaper. So
okay.
I might move to that other one.
Which other one?
Called Kartra. And I just like the way that because I eventually want to start setting up courses, right? So I like the way it is really simple to set up a course in there, and you can do everything, all your videos in there, all your workbooks in there, everything in place, which I really love that idea.
Yeah.
And Keep doesn't have that. And I think maybe Keep is just not working with my brain.
Okay. Yeah. Kartra is good. Kartra is good. There's another one though that I use right now. I used to use the one that is called ClickFunnels. I don't know if you've heard about ClickFunnels.
I have.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. So the one that I had was ClickFunnels, and I was paying $99 or so monthly. That's, just for my landing pages, $99. Okay. And then I had, for my emails, I had one that was called ConvertKit. Okay. And, and I was paying $70 something monthly. Those two that was what I was paying every month. But now the one that I have now, I got in when they were doing like a launch. Okay. And I paid, I think it was $1,500. Okay. I think I paid $1,500 and everything was included. So my course platform, all these things that you see in the back end, my selling, where you pay to buy, my email also, and everything actually right now. I stopped paying for ConvertKit. I still, because they were just built in when I started, I still had to pay ClickFunnels for another year, I think, and ConvertKit for another year after I paid the $1,500. But now I don't use any of these other ones anymore. Right now, right now they have their basic for Kartra. How much is it monthly?
well, if I get it through a friend, I think it was like 120 a month, as opposed to Keep, which is costing me a fortune. Like it's
Okay.
a lot.
I remember Keep. I remember somebody called me from Keep a while ago, and I looked at it and I was like, because I was looking for something to be recommending to my clients, and I was like, I don't want to recommend this. It's a lot of money.
Well, and it's also a lot of work. Like I'm finding that I struggle a lot. When I did the free trial for Kartra,
Mhm.
and I found it much more user friendly for me and easy to find stuff. Everything was logical, and I find that Keep, I'm just constantly searching. Where did I put that? How did I do this? Why is it working? And then I just have to spend all this time. And I'm like, well, if I'm paying all this money, why can't it be easy, right? So what I liked about Kartra is I did take a course with my friend through Verse, and I liked how it was all in one place and convenient to put it all there. You just have to add, the colors you want or the logo and do your video, and that's it, right? And everything else is right there, right? So I liked that. But I got talked out of it. So but this last couple of days I've just been so frustrated with Keep that
no, if you're considering, I can send you, there was a video I did about Groove, the one that I use now. I can send it to you, and I'm an affiliate with them, so if you buy, I'm going to get commission from them, so think about it very well. But that's what I use right now. However, I also heard that they're bringing the lifetime deal back. Now, I'm not sure 100% on that yet. What that means is you pay a lump sum and you never pay again.
Which would be great when I get somebody paying me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have no money right now to give to them.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the challenge. Okay. However, you can also look at that, especially I think they have the basic right now is $99 a month. Something like that. If you're going the monthly route, if you're going the annual route, I think they do $79. Okay. But if the monthly is $99, and that's exactly what I was paying for ClickFunnels for just my landing pages. And I only had, I can't remember, 20 landing pages. I couldn't go more than that. Right. Is
it also a place though that you can keep track of all of your leads in too? Or?
Yes.
It's the same as Keep. Okay.
Yeah. So you have emails.
I'll check it out. I mean, it's just, I get myself in these situations and then I feel obligated to stay, and I don't want to do
you have email, you have where you sell, you have where members area, like courses, you have videos, like if you want to keep your videos private, you have videos, you have a bunch of things that you may not even need. and they're
Oh
still
yeah,
building.
send me a link and I'll look at it because
Mhm.
if I can, have the email and all of that together,
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
willing to let go. Like right now, I'm just paying for a business phone that I don't even use, a phone number, and it's not being very effective for me.
No, no, no.
And I don't
How
have,
much? How much would you pay monthly for that?
I think I'm paying over 200 US.
Wow.
I know it's stupid expensive and I got to let go of it because it's just ridiculous.
I have a phone number that I don't pay anything for. It's just an app.
Where did you get that? Because the problem is this is why I love you because you're in Canada. The problem is I've been working with so many people out of the States and they're like,
That's
use
true.
that. Well, that doesn't work in Canada. So I
Yeah.
have not found. So what is that?
It's called hold on a second. Text Plus.
Text Plus.
Yes. And it's just the little text. Can you see this one right here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Text Plus. Okay.
And that's where you
And
can text your clients from
yeah,
there.
I text my clients there, and it has ads, but you can pay for no ads. So what I do is I just pay for a year or 5 years. It's peanuts. It's like 30 something dollars or something like that, and
Okay.
you have the number.
All right. Well, that's
And then there was a time I used to use this. I used to do a lot more on WhatsApp. I use the same number as my business WhatsApp and Facebook and all of this. So
all right. I will look
awesome.
into it for sure.
Very good.
Thank you.
So what am I waiting for? What?
Oh, sorry for taking too much of your
No,
time.
no, that's okay. What am I waiting to? Because this is a major week. We have to get things done.
Yes.
And but again, remember basic, no stress. And when actually after this call, what I want you to do is this. I want you to shut everything down and just listen. Just shut everything and listen. And just try to walk through it.
For a walk after I eat some lunch and then we'll go for a walk and I'll come back. And so then 30 people, 10 plus friends, and then create an event and go from there.
Very good. Yes. And then another thing that I want from you is day one message. That's what you're going to be teaching about. And the question for the day.
Oh, right. Okay. Question for the day.
Okay. Day two, lesson and question. That's question. I want you to see it like assignment.
Okay. When you say lesson, so so you were okay with me like the two added like two of my signature path things each day.
2 is too much.
Well, no, I mean space selection and time planning. So I'm just talking about that.
Yeah.
Because I have 6 different steps. So I was like, how do I break this down to 3 days?
Exactly.
That's why I was doing 2. So space.
No, don't do 2. Don't do 2.
Okay.
Don't do 2. Just do 1 each day. Okay.
Okay. So space selection, purge and sort, and
no, just start with the beginning. Do it as chronologically.
It is. Okay. Space selection, time planning, purge and sort. That's it.
That's it. Okay. And then you tell them this is a part of a 6-step program. Okay. And so it's like scarcity.
Okay. Time planning. Okay. And then question for the day. And then the third day is purge and sort.
Day number 2, you would start to hint a solution that you're going to be, opportunity that you're going to be giving people at the end.
Okay. And that's the $47.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And then
on day number 3,
I just do like a little blurb at the beginning and talk about the space selection, what we're going to be doing. And then I let a couple of people talk and we talk about their spaces and how we're going to choose it. And then call to action is posting the photo of the space that you're going to choose and answering the question. Okay. Okay.
Good.
All right.
Good. So now first.
all of these notes in a file folder that I've been making for the last week.
Awesome. Awesome. And when you're done, for each of these things that I'm asking from you, I want you to post them in the group. Okay. So that accountability for you is public also. And then the other thing is, I think that's it. Maybe we could touch base because Monday is when it starts.
Yeah, at 2 p.m. in my time, Mountain Standard Time.
Okay.
Okay. So
when is that? My time.
Yeah, you're 2 hours ahead, so that'd be 4 p.m. your time.
Oh, that would be 4 p.m. Monday?
Yeah, that's when I start, 2 p.m. my time.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me see. This week I have an event all week, but next week I'd like to do you want us to meet before? That's okay. Before you just give me the information, put it in the group, and then we'll go back and forth. And if you really need like 911, then we can schedule a quick 15 minutes call before you start on Monday.
Okay, so you want to see my event? You want to see the 3-day lessons, and so just a quick blurb about what I'm going to say and the question.
Exactly.
And then just done that I did 30 people, and done I did friends.
Exactly. Yeah. And the blog about what you're going to be saying, just make it one sentence. I'm going to be teaching them blah 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 blah. That's it. And here is the question for the day.
Okay.
Awesome. And so you would then do day number 1, and we'll meet like this on day number 2 before you do the day number 2.
On a Tuesday at 11?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Usual time. Awesome.
Oh, shoot.
Some.
Should have done it a different time. But that's okay. That's okay.
What?
Well, I know we hadn't booked an appointment. I usually meet with my clients on Tuesdays at the same time as I'm doing the thing. So she may have to adjust. We'll have to adjust her.
Why don't she join you for the challenge?
Yes, I should tell her that, because actually.
And she can, and as a matter of fact, and if you walk through the program that I sent to you yesterday, there's testimonial there too. Why doesn't she come and say something that you've done for her?
Okay. Just on the day, because I don't know if she can join for the whole thing, but I'll send her.
No, just on the day, I think you're going to be a very good example for my people tomorrow. I'm doing this thing, and also she's a major person, right? That you should send it to so that she helps you get people.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can create a post in my group as well. That's in the Going Live group.
Okay.
Create a post that says, I'm doing this thing. And if you're interested, blah, blah, blah. Just create a simple post. I'll look at it. Send it to me. Let me see it. And then you create it as a post, and I'll approve it.
All right.
Okay. So good job. We're moving forward.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And the funny thing is, we're changing the program. This today. Now we were supposed to be doing repurposing your video, but I really would want you to go through the process of actually bringing in clients. And because again, we can always do repurposing video another time.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck with your plastics.
Thank you. Don't worry, I'm going to join you next week.
Okay.
as much as I can.
Perfect. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
week.
You too.